Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be teaching us how to make this dress with a v-neckline, and most importantly I'll be teaching us how to turn the neckline with a facing. So let's get started. Just before we begin, kindly follow us on all our social media handles on Instagram, Facebook, and on Pinterest. Search for Lala. And on Facebook, we have a sewing group where we discuss anything sewing and DIY related projects. So do not hesitate to join us. Now back to the main tutorial. To make this dress, you need about 2 yards of African prints. So I have just folded my fabric into 2, okay? And I'll be trimming off any excess I have. Okay, so after trimming off the excess, I will go ahead to fold my fabric into 2 again. So all together, I'll be having 2 folds. Okay, so the top of my fold is going to serve as my shoulder line, and of course, the lower part will serve as the hemline. Okay, yeah. So this is the shoulder line. Okay, and I have 2 folds, like I said. Okay, then this fold towards the camera is going to be the center front, and center back. And since we have 2 folds, it means we're cutting the front and back together. Now I'll be drawing my shoulder line, and I don't want to use the fold exactly because we're going to be needing seam allowance. So I'll just come down with about 1/2 inch from the main fold and draw an horizontal line. Okay, so this is going to be my shoulder line. Okay, next thing is to divide my armhole circumference by 2, and then because it's a free dress and you're cutting the sleeve together with the dress, I'll be adding extra 1 inch for ease. So altogether, armhole divided by 2 is 9 plus 1 will give me 10. So I am marking 10 inch. Okay, so I am drawing my second horizontal line. Okay, and then I'll just link that 2 points together. Then of course the last point you need will be the hemline. Now on the shoulder line, I'm going to mark half of my across back measurements, which is 7, and then the length of my sleeve I want to work with 11. So all together 11 plus 7 will give me 18. Okay, so from center front to the last point there I have 18. Okay, and then I'll mark the same thing on the chest line. Okay, first, then I would now subtract about 4 inch from that measurement. Okay, so that's about 14 inch. Okay, so quarter of my bust circumference is 9.5, mean I have extra 4.5 inch as ease, and because it's an Agbada top or a free top, okay, so I have extra 4.5 inch as is. Okay, I hope we got that. So I'll draw a straight line down first to the 18 inch mark. Okay, then from the 18 inch mark there, I want to draw a slight curve towards the 14 inch mark to create like a curve for, or should I say a link between the sleeve and the main dress. Okay, so this is my chest line, and like I said, if you don't want it to be this big, after you mark quarter of your bust circumference, you can just add like 3 inches for ease. If you feel 4.5 is too much, okay, it depends on the degree of freedom that you want. So I'm just marking 14 inch on that chest line there. Okay, then from that 18 inch mark down, I'll just draw a slight curve to meet the 14 inch mark. Okay, and I'm going to mark the same thing on the hemline. Next, I would use a ruler. Don't use your hands, please. Use a ruler to draw a straight line connecting the chest line and the hemline together. Okay, like this. Yeah, so we are almost done with the dress. Okay, and then you should also check if it's more than quarter of your hip. Okay, yeah, so don't say I asked you to use 14. You have to cross check everything with your own body measurements. Now I'll be marking half of my across back again. I want to make it very visible there. Then from that point, I would create my neckline. So for the neckline, I would just mark 4 inch. Don't do less than 4 inch for the neck, for your neck width, please. Okay, so I'll be cutting there later, but we need to create the neckline first. So like I said, don't do less than 4 inch because of the facing. So I'll just mark 4 inch there, and then my shoulder slant to be 1/2 inch from the shoulder line. Okay, and then I'll create the shoulder slant like that towards the sleeve opening there. So I'll just cut, and I will not add side seam allowance to the dress because I have excess already. I have about 4.5 inch excess already. Okay, so I'm just trimming it out like so. Okay, now I'll be cutting out the shoulder slant too now there. Okay, so but I want to create my neckline. Now for the neck depth, I'm doing 8 inch for my neck depth, okay, to create your V neckline. But you're not going to create exactly a sharp V. You first of all mark 1/2 inch away from the center front, and then you now draw your V. Okay, so you see that when I'm cutting it out. Okay, yeah, so you're coming in by 1/2 inch first before you now draw the V. So watch the way I'm cutting it. I'll just cut out this way, then I'll just pause, and then cut out my curve first. Did you see what I did now? Yeah, so when you open up, you're not having exactly a sharp V. There's a gap there about 1 inch wide. Okay, so yeah, my dress is ready. I would also cut out my shoulder slants, the excess. Make sure you add 1/2 inch seam allowance. Okay, so the next step now would be to add the facing. Okay, so for the facing, I'm using a contrasting color of fabric so that the detail will come out. Now on the neckline on the wrong side, add interfacing there. Okay, so that your fabric doesn't tear by the time we start working on the neckline. Add interfacing there. Okay, so now I'm going to place my facing. My facing, make sure it's longer than the length of the neckline itself. If your neckline is like 7, do like probably 11 or something. Just make sure it's longer. So I will attach my facing now to the neckline on the right side of my garments. So I have 4 facings, 2 for the front and 2 for the back. So I'll just be working on the front first, and then I'll go ahead to do the back later. I will be showing us how to attach that now. So this is it here. You attach the facing to one side of the neckline and stop the sewing exactly 1/2 inch after the marking of the neckline there. So I'll just measure my 1/2 inch like so, and then I'll use my ruler to draw the demarcation. Okay, so this is 1/2 inch. Now I want to draw my demarcation with my chalk, so when I'm sewing I would know where to stop. Okay, so that's my demarcation. Now I'm placing my facing on the neckline like so. So I'll sew with 1/2 inch and stop exactly at 1/2 inch. Okay, so guys, I'll do that now on my sewing machine, and we have this. Okay, so after sewing, you're going to have this. Okay, so now I will be attaching the second facing to the second side of, or should I say the other side of my neckline. Okay, don't forget we are sewing on the right side. Now your facing shouldn't be more than 1 inch, please. Whatever allowance you're adding should be probably 1/2 or 1/4, and you'll be sewing that allowance on the neckline. So at the end of the sewing, you should have exactly 1 inch. Then the spacing there in between the neckline should be 1 inch, please. It's very crucial. Now I'll be attaching the second facing to the other side of my neckline. It's the same process. I'll attach it with 1/2 inch seam allowance. After sewing, what would be remaining on my band is exactly 1 inch. So I'll do this and sew with 1/2 inch, and I'll also stop 1/2 inch after the neckline there. It's very important, please. Okay, so I will just do that now. So actually, if you really want to achieve a very good result, I suggest you work with scrap of fabric or probably pieces. You can attempt it 2 or 3 times before you go ahead to do this on your main dress. Okay, practice makes perfect. I don't expect us to just try this directly. Okay, so I am attaching the facing to my dress, and this is what I have come up with. Okay, so I've sewn on both sides. Meanwhile, that 1 inch spacing is still there. Now I'm going to create a notch. Okay, the notch is going to be on the corners, not on the facing. Now on the main dress, I will notch, up to the points where my seam stopped. So your notching shouldn't be more than 1/4 or 1/2 inch. So I've notched one angle. I'm going to notch the second angle this way. Please be careful so you don't notch the facing there. So after notching, you're going to have something like this. You see that? Okay, so I will go now and press my facing like this. Okay, and then we'll continue. Okay, so now that I'm done pressing, this is the right side of my dress. Okay, so you're going to place the facing in such a way that they're going to cross each other. Now this is the wrong side, so that we can see what I'm doing properly. Okay, so you're going to place the facing, sorry, this is the right side, I beg your pardon. You make the facing cross each other, okay, in any direction you want to anyway. This is it here. And you see where I was emphasizing that spacing must be 1 inch. Same thing with your band or the facing. Okay, so flipping it over to the wrong side, okay, we'll be able to see the crossing properly. So here, this is it. So you flip over the first facing, whichever way you want to, the first one, and then you cross the second one. You cross the second one like this, okay, and then you pin it with your tailor's pin. So pinning is a very essential sewing technique for beginners and whatever level of sewing you think you are. It eliminates lots of errors and the usage of seam ripper. Yeah, so once you pin, remember that notched part there, you can see the remaining fabric there, the 1 inch spacing in between the V. Okay, so now I'm going to stitch that little spacing there, the fabric, that 1 inch spacing that is remaining there, the notch part. I will stitch it to my the facing. Okay, so you're not stitching into the dress, please, you're stitching into the facing. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to stitch together, and then at this point I will trim off the excess facing that I do not need. So you just trim it off like this. Okay, yeah. So after trimming off, this is what you're going to have. It's very simple and very lovely and very neat. So it's the same process for the back too. Now the next thing will be to join front and back together at the shoulder. So this is my two pieces, the front and the back. So with right side facing right side, okay, I'm going to join the two pieces together at the shoulder. Okay, so my seam allowance is 1/2 inch. So I'll just join that together. After joining, next is to go ahead and fix the sleeve. For the sleeve, I'm not doing a regular roll them. Okay, so I cut out the band. My band is about 7 inches wide and 20 inches long, even though the length of the sleeve opening is about 18. Okay, so now I'm going to attach the band to the dress. So I'll be attaching, or should I say, I'll be placing the right side of the band to, sorry, the wrong side of the band on the right side of the dress. So I also would have 1 inch, then you press, and then you're going to fold upward like this, 1, 2, and of course third time. Okay, so it's going to be like this, and then you want to just pin. You're going to pin it, you know, at the top and at the other side there, and repeat the same process on the other side of the dress, or on the other sleeve rather. So like I always say, to eliminate the usage of seam ripper, you should learn to work with pins. It's very important. So I'll just pin like so, Yeah. Okay, so repeating the same thing on the other side of the dress. I'll just trim off this little excess I have here. Okay, now before the next thing to do is just to join the side seam, but I want to add pockets to the dress. Okay, so for the pockets, I'm sure most of us know how to do that, but I'll still explain. You want to cut out a fabric, and you're adding the pocket to the right side of the dress. Okay, I have one fixed already, but I'll explain how I fixed the second one. Is the same. So your pocket should, be above the dress with about say 6-7 inches, 7 inches from the hemline there. Then it should be about 2 inches away from the side seam allowance. Okay, your side seam is 1 inch already. So the length of my pocket is 10.5 by 9.5, and I already folded in my seam allowance, 1/2 inch on both sides of the pocket, 1/2 inch on the lower part, and I've already rolled the top part of my pocket. So I'll place my pocket 7 inches away from the hemline and 2 inches away from the sides. Already I have 1 inch as my side seam allowance. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stitch the pockets onto the dress. It's easier to stitch your pockets, before you go ahead to sew the sides. It's easier. Okay, so now I will just go ahead and pin. Please pin it so that your pocket doesn't turn, it's not upside down or it's not looking somehow. So just pin it and go ahead and stitch, all corners aside the top part. Okay, my dress is almost ready. Now at this point, I'll go ahead and turn my side seam. Look at my pockets here, so big and roomy. So I'll turn the side seams on the wrong side of the dress with 1 inch seam allowance from the sleeve all the way down, and I'll also be doing a rolled hem at the lower part of my dress after I've done the side seam. And then this is the final outcome of the dress. It's so lovely. The neck is the main detailed. You can see that it's very neat. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this tutorial, kindly give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you.